the new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees and shares all things new. This is Dr. Michelle Mras. I am live streaming from the beautiful city of Dubai, UAE. You are watching Mental Shift. Welcome to Mental Shift. My name is Dr. Michelle Mras. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is the first of the new season, and I'm so excited to be back. I did take a bit of a hiatus. I took a break because a lot is happening in the world of Michelle Mras and the living unapologetically world. You see, I did my last season, ended it about right after I'd gotten my doctorate degree. And then I had just published a new book, and I have it behind me. So I think the book, I had just published Pearls of Wisdom, which is a book of quotes. And then I started writing my unapologetic book, and it's Unapologetic, an entrepreneur's journey from pain to pride. And that was a summary of what my doctorate was on is on. And then lots of other things started happening, and I told the new channel, I need to take a break. I'm a little too busy. I can't even think straight. So what has also happened? Well, I took a break because I recorded an album, a music album. So a lot of you write and you tease me that I sing, or you ask me to sing. Well, I'm singing, and I made an album. It's an EP, and it's got 3 songs, and you'll probably like the back. If you go to my website, michellemras.com, you'll see the full album front and back, and you'll be able to order it if you'd like. And it's pretty good, if I like to say so myself. Now, I wanted to update you on everything that happened. So I gave you an overview of what just happened, why you haven't seen me live for a little bit. 2 books and an album. Now, what happens with an album? Well, albums aren't just go into a studio and you sing it and you're done. It took a lot of time, and it took a lot of deciding which songs to sing. And let me go back and let you fill you in a little bit. So I'll take the first half of this show and explain what happened and how I was discovered. And then after the break, we'll go into what's coming for the new year, because this next year is going to be exciting, because I'm in a whole new circle of people. So the people that you saw all the way up through season 6 up to season 7 were amazing people. I've now met really cooler people, which is really weird, but they're cool too, but from completely different walks of life. And I'll be introducing you all to them in this new season. Now, what happened? Well, Michelle took a break because I was doing my unapologetic speaker camp. And I do a boot camp for speakers, people who want to get on bigger stages, do TEDx. And I help them basically with their body language, their how they communicate, how they share their message, the passion behind it, and the why behind it, so that they can reach bigger audiences. And I was on stage on the first day that I was testing the mic, and a man walked through and he said, "So you're a singer?" And I said, in modesty, "No, I'm not a singer. I love karaoke." And my business partner screams from the back. You know, I have a podcast called Denim and Pearls. Well, my podcast business partner, his name is Brian Swanson. He said from the back, he screams out, she's always singing. She's a singer. Well, and the man who walked by says, "Come to my studio. I'd love to hear you." And I blew it off. How many Filipinos, you're all out, all the Filipinos out there, how many of you have been told you can sing? We're always being told we can sing. We're Filipino. We can sing. It's part of our genetics. And if you're a Filipino who says you can't sing, I think you should try again and do it in the shower, because then you'll find out, yeah, you really can sing. Well, anyways, silliness aside, I never went to the studio. Well, I did my boot camp, and we were wrapping up one of my boot camps, and he came by again. He said, "Why are you not in my studio?" And I said, "Who are you?" And he said, "You might know this little band called the Commodores." And I said, "Of course I know the Commodores. Everybody knows the Commodores." And he says, "Well, I'm their keyboardist, and I happen to be a producer. I want to see you in my studio." I looked over at Brian, and Brian looked at me. He is, "You're getting in that studio." And so the next couple of weeks, we ended up making an appointment between Commodore tours. We went back and we met Thomas Dawson Jr., who is my producer. And he asked me to sing a song called "Both Sides Now" by Joni Mitchell. And it's an old folk song from, I believe, the 70s. And he had me listen to it. And it resonated so much that I was crying, which made him cry. And he's like, "Yeah, when you do your album, you definitely have to do this song." And the power of that song is one of the lines in there, especially. Not only does it chronicleize my life and my journey through life, but there's a line in there that says, "Now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads and say that I've changed." And it always makes me cry. So I ended up putting that on this album. Then the second song I chose was "Summertime" from Porgy and Bess. My brother used to practice when I grew up in the Philippines. My brother picked up the saxophone and started practicing, and he would always play "Summertime and the living is easy." So I'm singing that in honor of what really got me into the music world, my brother playing saxophone. And then the third song is a song by Natalie Cole, and she loves to cover her father's music, and her father is Nat King Cole, and the song is called "Don't Get Around Much Anymore." I thought that was very powerful for me and my journey, because maybe you know this. You probably do. You just didn't realize it. As you mature, as you grow, as you get older, as you enhance what you do, as you grow your leadership skills, there are people who are not growing at the same rate that you are. And in your family, your friends, they do, "You changed. I don't want to be around you anymore. You're different." Or they do, "What's wrong with you? What do you think you are?" And that's one of the best things you can ever see in your life. When you hear people say that to you, it's like, good. That means I'm not the old me. I'm evolving. I'm getting better. I'm changing. And "Don't Get Around Much Anymore" is really my song for all the people who said, "Who are you, Michelle? Why did you change? You're different." And it's, "Don't get around much anymore." And that song is a very peppy, happy song for me, because it's the reminder for me that I have changed, and not for the worse, but for the better, to become the best version of me, unapologetically. Now, that's the album. And if you want it, you can order it on michellemras.com. I'd appreciate it. It's not going to be on Spotify or anything like that for quite a while. Why? I am covering 3 songs. So I have to buy the rights to sing those songs. I've bought the rights to sing those songs on only 300 CDs. So when we come back after break, I'm going to tell you more about what's happening in the future. for season 7. So you'll be able to hear a little bit of who's coming on the show and who you're going to meet, because everything I've done in the past several months that I've been on hiatus with MentalShift, you're about to hear who I've met. So we'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned and please share this episode with a friend right now. We'll be right back.
Ang 40D, tumutulong patibayin ng vital organs, iwas sakit sa puso at iba pang sakit.
Ang ubo, mabilis lumala. Kaya dapat agapan. Dapat New Solmux Advanced Syrup. May 2 times zinc para ang ubo, imbis na lumala, tulungang mabilis mawala. New Solmux Advanced Syrup.
Unilab yan.
You are watching MentalShift. My name is Dr. Michelle Mras, and I am live streaming from Dubai, UAE. But did you know that the new channel is an online alternative, new media platform of online shows for people on the go? Please watch all our shows as seen on the screen. Now, imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is a responsible global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Now, you are watching MentalShift right now, and you should be watching us because this is new season 7. We are going to be live on every Tuesday night at 7:30 Mountain Time, and I believe 10 a.m. Philippine time Wednesday morning. So you could always catch all the replays on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. All you have to do is search hashtag TNC Now. Now, if you'd like to be a sponsor for the show, please email now@thenewchannel.com or send an instant message on any of the social media platforms and say, hey, I want to be a sponsor. So enjoy all these shows because we did make them just for you. And welcome back. Welcome back. So what's going on in season 7 is in store to do some amazing things. So like I said, I wrote 2 books and I did an album. That means I met new people in different places, in different capacities. So I will be having my producer, Thomas Dawson Jr. from the Commodores, come and speak to us for a little bit on one of my shows. We've got a few artists, like the artist who drew the cover of this book, Unapologetic. She's on the show. And then who else? I can't remember right now. But for season 7, we've got a whole new level of people coming. So I'm in Dubai right now at the Women's Economic Development Global Summit. I'm here with a lot of kings and princes and princesses, and a lot of them will be on my show this year. Dr. Lee Lewis out of Georgia, she has the Women of Wealth magazine. I also have another friend of mine. Her name is Janelle Harris out of, well, she has a magazine called She Exists. If you have seen my social media, I was on the cover of a magazine in New York City, Times Square, and I'm in a red dress and I'm looking all fancy. That is the magazine that Janelle runs, and she will also be on the show. She has her platform where a lot of the people on her magazine are from the entertainment world. And so I'm really shooting to get a couple of really big Motown people, and with the help of Thomas Dawson Jr., maybe we might get a Commodore. Maybe we can get Lionel Richie. We never know. It'll be really cool. So my thing is we just don't really have, it's a whole new level of guests. And as I grow as a entertainer now, on top of being an author and a global speaker, I have this new different level of people that I am being introduced to. And as I meet them, I bring them to you. And so I really wish I could see some of your questions tonight, because I could really use them to help figure out what I wanted to share with you next. But I don't. I can't see you. So my thing is MentalShift is all about talking to guests about movers and shakers, basically, the people with influence in the world. What did they do before? And what happened to them that they said, you know what, I did this before and now I want to do this. That in between is a mental shift. And what that is what made them change their mind of what they were doing to move to what they're doing today in order to give back to the world. Sometimes it's just a life incident. It could be tragic. It could be I just moved to another country. It could be, it comes from all different aspects. So like the artist who did the cover of this book, Unapologetic, her name is Mary Kay. Hers was very tragic. She and I have the same brain injury, but she lost her ability to do numbers, but she gained the ability to paint. I lost the ability to do numbers, but I gained the ability to speak. And so you'll have all these people that will be coming on season 7 that will share their mental shift with you and how their success has shifted from one type of success to another kind of success. And that most of them, actually pretty much all of them, their success is not, it's monetary, which is always a bonus in this world, but it's more of a giving back. It's more of a, how are they reaching more people to encourage, inspire, and shift mindsets of other people so that we stop living small, stop living for one day, and realize that one day and someday is today. And that's really the power of MentalShift. So if you know someone who needs inspiration, who needs more in their life, who needs an example of you can get through bad things, or you can just get through life and one day decide, no, I don't want to do what I was doing. I need to do something else to feed my soul so I can give more back. MentalShift is the show you want to watch, because the people who come on are everyday people doing extraordinary things. And I cannot wait to share them with you. So, remember my book of poetry? Not poetry, of quotes? I'm going to give you all some homework for the next, before you see the next episode. The next episode is of, well, actually, the next 3 episodes are of 3 people who have experienced some rather crazy, wow changes in their lives. One lost a loved one. One lost her ability to walk, had to be rebuilt, got ran over by a car, really. And then the third is the artist I told you. She lost her ability to do numbers. She died. She was in a coma for a while and came back another person. So the next 3 episodes are very powerful stories of resilience and coming back into something new. And the homework I'm going to give you is I want you to find a quote. And that's what Pearls of Wisdom is. They're quotes, but not just ordinary quotes. They're quotes that move me. So my homework for you, just because you all want homework, no, but is to find a quote that resonates with you, that inspires you. Because each of the people in my next 3 shows all share something that a quote or powerful message that keeps them going to remind them that what they went through is not just something they went through. Or as one of them says, God didn't bring me back for nothing, right? She says, well, you'll see it in a minute. You'll see it in the next 3 episodes. One of those episodes, she is going to share it to you, that there's power in words. So find yourself a quote that will help you get through whatever you're going through. And the reason I say that is we don't realize it until you need it. But quotes are powerful. And I know many of you are on social media because you're probably watching me on social media. You get a quote that comes past your feed and you do, wow, and you save it. Save a few quotes for yourself. Because the power of being resilient, the power of a mental shift is being able to pull yourself out when you need it. I've learned that the hard way. So I'm sharing that with you now. Go find a quote, a couple of them, that help you get out of your, what was I going to say? Not rut, but what gets you out of your comfort zone, what helps you get out of your slumps, whatever makes your mood better. Feed yourself with words whenever you get a chance. So go get yourself a quote. And if you have to, find Pearls of Wisdom, because mine is, I just love this book. Here's a quote for you. It's by Christian D. Larson. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. It's basically how I've been living my life. It's how I've been writing. That's how I speak. And that's how I've made it through a music album. Go be the best version of you. Find the words that inspire you to be the best version of you. And keep watching MentalShift so that you can realize and see other people who just like you, who get up every day despite the obstacles that are in their way. So go be you, go be unapologetic. And thank you for watching the first episode of season 7 of MentalShift and the newly doctored Dr. Michelle Mras and all the exciting new guests that we're going to have on season 7 and 8. I can't wait to share with you. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you their names, or you're going to Google them and watch them, and then you're not going to watch my show. So I'm not going to even tell you who they all are. So go be the best you. Get some quotes, help pull yourself out. That's a little bit of resiliency that we can all learn to live by. Take care, and we'll see you next week on MentalShift. Take care.